As a cultural icon, Jungkook's endorsement carries substantial weight. A single Instagram post featuring his outfit can trigger worldwide searches for the same product. Retailers have noticed the Jungkook effect, where items he wears or promotes quickly sell out. His impact isn't limited to fans of BTS or K-pop. Even those outside the fandom have become more aware of his influence in fashion. The conversation about his potential appearance at New York Fashion Week Spring 2026 isn't merely rooted in fan anticipation. It's driven by his proven record of elevating brand visibility. His ability to blend music stardom with fashion credibility sets him apart from traditional celebrity models. NYFW thrives on spectacle, innovation, and surprise, elements Jungkook naturally brings. Furthermore, Jungkook's collaboration with Calvin Klein represents more than just a celebrity endorsement. It's a partnership built on aligned visions. Calvin Klein, with its American roots and global expansion, aims to connect with audiences across cultures. Jungkook, as a South Korean artist with global acclaim, bridges East and West seamlessly. Fashion weeks across the world, Paris, Milan, London, have increasingly welcomed global stars. But NYFW, in particular, has become a playground for creative expression and celebrity convergence. If Calvin Klein wants to make a statement about its future direction and global relevance, inviting Jungkook to NYFW would be a logical and impactful move. The timeline of his involvement with Calvin Klein also coincides with the resurgence of the brand at major fashion events. After a few years of subtle presence, Calvin Klein is now reasserting itself, and what better way to emphasize its return than by highlighting its most talked-about ambassador at one of the industry's biggest stages? To understand the potential of Jungkook attending NYFW Spring 2026, one must examine the synergy between artist and brand, the changing landscape of celebrity influence in fashion, and the strategies brands now adopt to stay relevant. Jungkook is not just a model for Calvin Klein. He is part of its rebranding narrative. Moreover, his digital presence cannot be overstated. With millions of followers across social platforms, any appearance he makes generates real-time global buzz. The modern fashion industry thrives on digital storytelling, where moments at Fashion Week are instantly shared, dissected, and celebrated online. Jungkook's attendance could bring unprecedented engagement metrics for Calvin Klein and NYFW as a whole. Therefore, the speculation surrounding his possible attendance at NYFW isn't without basis. Fashion experts, brand strategists, and fans recognize the marketing, cultural, and media value Jungkook holds. While his participation is yet to be confirmed, his influence has already shaped discussions around the event. In conclusion, Jungkook's presence in the fashion industry is no longer peripheral. It is central to current trends and marketing strategies. As brands seek to stay connected with younger, global audiences, figures like Jungkook are more than just faces. They are forces driving cultural conversations. Whether or not he attends NYFW on September 12, 2025, his name will undoubtedly be part of the narrative, highlighting his undeniable role as a fashion powerhouse. Calvin Klein has always been a brand that thrives on moments, those cultural flashpoints where fashion intersects with identity, rebellion, and zeitgeist. From its provocative ad campaigns in the 90s to minimalist designs that defined a generation, the brand knows how to command attention. Now, with digital media driving cultural relevance at breakneck speed, CK understands the need for a global icon who resonates with younger generations, and Jungkook fits this profile perfectly. Under the creative direction of recent leadership, Calvin Klein has begun integrating both heritage and innovation in its collections. The Spring-Summer 2026 line is rumored to explore themes of simplicity, intimacy, and global inclusiveness, concepts that align naturally with Jungkook's image. His appeal is not just his fashion sensibility, but the way he embodies modern youth culture, fluid, expressive, and globally connected. While aligning its NYFW comeback with Jungkook's possible attendance, Calvin Klein taps into several strategic advantages. First, the brand can guarantee media attention. News outlets, fashion bloggers, and industry insiders will focus not just on the collection but also on who is sitting in the front row. If Jungkook attends, his presence alone could dominate headlines across multiple languages and regions. Second, there's social media. With millions of followers and fan accounts that generate viral content by the hour, Calvin Klein would benefit from a real-time surge in online engagement. Photos of Jungkook entering the venue, his outfit, his interactions. Each detail becomes content that fans share endlessly. This kind of organic reach is invaluable and far more authentic than paid media campaigns. Third, the synergy between NYFW and Calvin Klein's global image is crucial. New York Fashion Week is known for its urban sophistication, diversity, and energy, qualities that Calvin Klein has embodied in recent years. Jungkook's presence would emphasize CK's ongoing mission to become more international in identity, moving beyond its American roots to a brand that speaks to a broader, more connected world. Beyond just attendance, there's speculation about what role Jungkook might play. Could he walk the runway? Might he introduce a new capsule collection in collaboration with CK? While these ideas remain unconfirmed, they are not outside the realm of possibility. Calvin Klein has previously engaged celebrities not just as faces of campaigns, but as co-creators of fashion lines. Given Jungkook's growing role in creative projects and his proven influence, such a collaboration could mark a significant evolution in both his career and the brand's trajectory. Another aspect of Calvin Klein's strategy is timing. September 2025 is a pivotal month not just for NYFW, but for the broader fashion calendar. It precedes major retail rollouts, holiday campaigns, and digital marketing pushes for Q4. If Calvin Klein can anchor its seasonal messaging around Jungkook's appearance, it would extend the shelf life of the media buzz from Fashion Week through the rest of the year. From a branding standpoint, involving Jungkook at this event would also allow CK to highlight values of inclusivity and cultural relevance. As a Korean artist dominating international platforms, Jungkook represents the shift away from Western-centric celebrity culture to a more global, multicultural fashion landscape. Calvin Klein's embrace of such a figure underscores its readiness to lead, not follow, these changing dynamics. Internally, Calvin Klein has remained tight-lipped about its NYFW plans. However, leaked internal memos and industry rumors suggest the brand is preparing for a significant visual campaign tied to the runway event. Some insiders speculate that CK might reveal a redesigned logo or updated creative identity during the show, possibly introduced by or alongside Jungkook. Again, while unconfirmed, the alignment between brand reinvention and Jungkook's transformative public image would be a powerful match. The logistics of such an appearance are also being discussed in PR and media circles. Fashion weeks involve meticulous planning, from travel and accommodation to styling and security. If Jungkook does attend, it would likely be a coordinated campaign involving Calvin Klein's US and Korean teams, luxury stylists, and media partners. Such collaboration, while complex, is entirely within CK's capabilities and would reinforce the idea of a well-orchestrated, global brand vision. What makes this strategy even more compelling is the absence of overexposure. Calvin Klein has been careful in managing Jungkook's appearances, opting for high-impact campaigns over frequent, diluted visibility. His hypothetical presence at NYFW would thus feel exclusive, special, and in line with the brand's curated approach. In conclusion, Calvin Klein's strategy for New York Fashion Week Spring 2026 appears to be one of bold re-entry, supported by global star power. Leveraging Jungkook's influence could serve as the focal point for a broader brand narrative centered around inclusivity, youth culture, and cross-cultural sophistication. While nothing has been officially confirmed, all indicators suggest that if Calvin Klein truly aims to dominate NYFW headlines, Jungkook's involvement would not be just beneficial, it would be essential. Following Calvin Klein's subtle moves and the global anticipation surrounding its NYFW comeback, social media has become the primary battleground for speculation, excitement, and discussion about whether Jungkook will make an appearance. Platforms like Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Weibo have erupted with fan theories, stylist clues, and decoded travel patterns. What once was limited to fashion press is now a globally accessible, real-time conversation happening across borders, driven largely by fans, influencers, and digital fashion watchers. The moment Calvin Klein confirmed its official participation in New York Fashion Week Spring-Summer 2026, several online communities immediately began analyzing the potential role of Jungkook. On X, hashtags like hashtag Jungkook NYFW 2026, hashtag Jungkook's Calvin Klein, and hashtag CKSS26 trended for days. Fan accounts, some boasting hundreds of thousands of followers, began posting curated evidence, pointing to his potential attendance. These posts ranged from analysis of Calvin Klein's campaign schedules, to screenshots of Jungkook's stylists traveling abroad, to speculative timelines syncing with his military service commitments. One fan theory that gained traction involved a now-deleted Instagram story posted by a New York-based Calvin Klein PR manager, which showed a blurred figure wearing a signature CK denim jacket in a backstage setting. Fans immediately dissected the body type, hairstyle, and even the posture of the person in the photo, convincing many that it was Jungkook. Whether or not the speculation holds any truth, the level of engagement it generated highlighted just how invested fans are in the possibility. On TikTok, short-form videos analyzing Jungkook's recent wardrobe choices have gone viral. Influencers and fashion commentators compare his recent outfits with archival Calvin Klein looks, suggesting possible inspiration for an NYFW appearance. Some creators have even gone as far as to design hypothetical outfits they imagine Jungkook could wear at the event, blending CK's minimalist heritage with his signature edginess. Instagram, known for its visual storytelling, has become the hub for outfit predictions and fan art. Several graphic designers and digital artists have shared concept posters imagining Jungkook as the face of CK's NYFW campaign. These visuals, while unofficial, have garnered hundreds of thousands of likes and shares, demonstrating the enormous creative energy that Jungkook's fashion identity inspires. On the Chinese platform Weibo, the conversation is no less intense. Chinese armies have been translating English content, posting theories, and organizing digital countdowns. K-media outlets have picked up on these discussions, further fueling anticipation. Analysts note that Jungkook's global impact on social media is not just about volume, it's about reach. His name appearing in NYFW-related trends boosts Calvin Klein's brand awareness not only in the West, but also in massive Asian markets. Media outlets have started noticing this trend-driven buzz. Vogue Korea, Allure, WWD, and Hypebeast have all published speculative pieces about what Calvin Klein might do at NYFW SS26, and nearly all of them mention Jungkook. Though no official confirmation exists, many journalists are treating his attendance as a likely scenario given the sheer volume and consistency of the online discussion. Digital engagement metrics offer hard data to support the trend. According to a fashion trend analysis platform, posts mentioning Jungkook plus Calvin Klein plus NYFW increased by 670% within 2 weeks after Calvin Klein's NYFW announcement. These spikes were not limited to fan-generated content. Even verified fashion editors and stylists joined the conversation, weighing in with their insights and opinions. This kind of grassroots digital momentum represents a new era in fashion marketing. In the past, runway anticipation was driven primarily by media exclusives and industry insiders. Today, it is fans digitally connected, culturally fluent, and media-savvy who are setting the agenda. In many ways, this online storm around Jungkook's potential appearance has already achieved what traditional campaigns aim for: prolonged public interest, viral engagement, and brand association. What's particularly notable is that Jungkook himself hasn't made any public indication of his participation. No Instagram stories, no interviews, no cryptic tweets. This silence, rather than dulling speculation, has only intensified it. Fans are interpreting his low profile as a sign that a major surprise might be in the works. Calvin Klein has also maintained silence, choosing not to respond to media inquiries or social media tags about the speculation. This strategic ambiguity is likely intentional, allowing organic buzz to flourish. The influence of K-pop fandom in mobilizing online conversation cannot be overstated. BTS fans are known for their coordinated streaming projects, charity drives, and social media trends. Their expertise in digital mobilization has now been directed at decoding Jungkook's Fashion Week fate. It's a form of participatory culture where fans don't just consume content. They create, predict, and even influence brand narratives. Some social media users have expressed fatigue with the speculation, suggesting it's better to wait for official confirmation. However, for many, the fun lies in the guessing game. The speculative nature of this digital conversation has turned NYFW into a storyline with suspense, characters, and plot twists, and Jungkook is the leading man. The social media buzz surrounding Jungkook and NYFW Spring 2026 is not only an organic marketing force, but a case study in modern brand engagement. The conversations occurring daily across global platforms demonstrate the fusion of celebrity culture, fashion, and fan-powered media. Even if Jungkook does not appear, the anticipation itself has created significant promotional value for Calvin Klein and NYFW. But if he does, then the digital world is poised for a cultural moment unlike any other in recent Fashion Week memory.